Have you ever wondered why so many hardworking, well-educated individuals remain trapped in the middle class? By 2031, 40% of the population in India will be considered middle class, meaning almost half of India will find itself trapped in the middle class. Have you ever wondered why someone born into a middle-class family remains in the middle class and passes away without ever escaping? What is it that has trapped 500 million people in the middle-class trap? Let me tell you, it's because a person remains stuck in poverty or the middle-class trap throughout their life, not because they earn less money or don't work hard. Instead, they can't escape the middle-class trap because they don't know how to manage the money they have. They've never been taught how to manage money, neither by schools, nor by parents, nor by friends. That's why today I'm going to share some simple steps that, if followed, can help a middle-class person in our country break free from this trap. All it takes is a little financial literacy, because even today, 76% of people in our country are financially illiterate. Money is such a thing that everyone from beggars to billionaires wants to get it. It is not just a piece of paper, but it is an addiction in itself. Money is such a language that everyone knows, from PhD clerk to illiterate MLA. It is only money that has made the people living in the forests sit in these cloud-touching buildings to vehicles that run faster than the wind. Money is a piece of paper which has no value in itself, but it tells you the value of other things. We can reach as many people as possible with this education through books and channels, and we will provide this knowledge for free. Just don't forget to share this video with your friends. Today we're going to learn some timeless principles from David Bach's book, The Automatic Millionaire, that can help you escape the middle-class trap and become a millionaire. If you're ready to change your life, comment START, because life is about to change. David was a financial advisor by profession, and he started sharing his financial knowledge with people in their 20s. Once, when David was sitting in his cabin, one of his students asked him for financial advice. David said, "Come with your wife tomorrow, then we'll talk." The next day, the couple came to his office. They looked very ordinary, and anyone would say they were just average people. That's how they appeared in David's mind as well. The husband's name was Jim, and the wife's name was Susie. Jim was 50 years old, and he told David that he had been working for the same company for the past 30 years. His annual salary was $40,000, which is considered an average salary in America. After knowing all this, David asked Jim, "Do you have enough money for retirement? Because retirement requires a lot of money." Upon hearing this, Jim asked his wife to show some documents. After seeing their documents, David found out that they had $400,000 in their bank account. They didn't have any loans, and they owned two expensive houses. One they lived in, and the other was rented out. Their finances were quite strong. Upon seeing all this, David asked them, "Well, that's all fine, but what about your children's expenses?" To which Jim replied that their children are now in college and they cover their own expenses. So basically, their expenses were quite low and their income was stable. After that, when David calculated their net worth, he found out that it was more than $1 million. Seeing these numbers in front of his eyes, David was intrigued by how this couple, earning an average salary, became millionaires. After that, David thought that instead of teaching them, he should learn from them, because what I am verbally telling people, they are practically doing. So David asked them how an average salary person can become a millionaire. In response, the couple taught David 5 lessons, which were very valuable lessons. Don't skip this video, because now you're going to learn. They told David the first lesson, which was to pay yourself first. Imagine you're a farmer. You've just harvested a bumper crop of apples. Now, who gets the first pick of these apples? The grocer? The market? No, you do. You, the farmer who has labored and toiled to get the first pick. This very principle applies to your hard-earned money. You are the farmer, and your money is your harvest. Paying yourself first is not about splurging on luxuries or satisfying whims. It's about setting aside a portion of your income for your future before you pay your bills and your debts, or even buy your groceries. This method encourages personal financial growth and stability by ensuring that you are not merely working to pay off your expenses, but also to secure your future. Let's delve into the story of Emily. A single mother from a small town in England. Emily, like many of us, lived paycheck to paycheck, struggling to save anything at all. She was introduced to the concept of paying yourself first through a friend. Intrigued, she decided to give it a go. Emily began by setting aside 10% of her income the moment she received her paycheck. This was not easy. At first, she had to cut down on certain expenses, but she persisted. Months turned into years, and Emily's savings began to grow. She invested some of her savings into mutual funds, which multiplied over the years. Today, Emily is not only free from living paycheck to paycheck, but she also has a robust financial cushion for her retirement and her child's future. Her transformation is a testament to the power of paying yourself first. It's not about how much you earn, but about how much you keep and grow. Paying yourself first is a crucial step towards breaking free from the middle-class trap. It's a shift in perspective, a commitment to your future self. It's about recognizing that you deserve to benefit from your labor before anyone else. When you prioritize yourself financially, you pave the path towards financial freedom. The second lesson they taught David was to put it on automatic. Imagine a world where you don't have to worry about paying bills on time or saving enough for retirement. That's the magic of automating your finances. You decide where your money goes and when, and then it happens. Like clockwork. No stress, no fuss. Take Jane, for example. A middle-class office worker, Jane found herself constantly juggling bills, never quite able to save. Then she discovered the power of automation. She set up automatic payments for her bills, automatic transfers to her savings account, and even automatic investments. Suddenly, she was free from the stress of managing her finances. She was saving more and investing more, and her money was working for her, not the other way around. By automating your finances, you create a worry-free and efficient financial system. It's like having a personal finance manager working round the clock, ensuring your financial well-being. Now, isn't that a comforting thought? The third lesson from the Automatic Millionaire introduces us to the latte factor, a concept that might seem minute, but has the potential to bring about a profound change in your financial health. The latte factor is not just about your daily coffee indulgence. It's a metaphor for those seemingly insignificant expenditures that we dismiss without a second thought. It's the daily newspaper that you subscribe to but seldom read, the gym membership that you hardly utilize, or the high-end cable package with hundreds of channels when you only watch a handful. These routine, small-scale expenses, when accumulated over months and years, could translate into a significant sum of money. Let's delve into the story of Sarah, a hard-working, middle-class individual who always wondered where her money disappeared. Every month. Sarah was an avid coffee lover. Every morning she'd stop by her favorite coffee shop and grab a large latte. It was her little daily luxury, costing her $5 a day. But when she learned about the latte factor, she decided to do the math. Those $5 a day accumulated to around $150 a month, and in a year that's a whopping $1,800. Money that could have been set aside for a rainy day, or better yet, invested for a higher return. Realizing this, Sarah decided to cut down on her coffee shop visits. Instead, she invested in a good coffee machine and started making her lattes at home, saving a significant amount each month. Over time, she managed to save and invest enough to buy a small property, which she now rents out, earning a steady income. The latte factor is about understanding that no expense is too small to cut back on. It's about making conscious decisions about where your money goes and how small savings today can lead to substantial wealth tomorrow. Every penny counts, and recognizing this can make a significant impact on your financial health. The fourth lesson they told David was the Fund Your Dream account. Now, a question may arise in your mind: if we cut 10 or 20% of our income beforehand, then will our standard of living decrease, or will we not be able to fulfill our wants? The solution to this is also quite simple. You have to save in another account, and this account will be named the Dream account. Now, you are already saving for your retirement, but if you want to fulfill any of your desires, then you will also plan for it in advance. For example, if you want to go on a vacation, start your own business, or buy a Royal Enfield, save money, and fulfill your desires without any EMI or loan, then the happiness on your face will be impossible to express in words. Assume that you have savings for 1 year. So think you can start your own business by giving yourself 1 year's time, or you can take a vacation or apply for a new job comfortably. If you liked the video, then also like it. The fifth lesson they told him was about buy assets. Now, what does it mean to buy assets? In plain English, an asset is something of value that you own, which can generate income or increase in value over time. This could be anything from a piece of real estate to stocks and bonds to a successful business. The critical point here is that assets put money into your pocket, not take it out. Let's delve into a quick story to illustrate this point. Picture a woman named Jane. Jane worked a 9-to-5 job earning a decent salary, but she always felt stuck in the middle-class trap. She was always living paycheck to paycheck with little to no savings. But then Jane decided to change her financial future. She started by educating herself about financial literacy and understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Jane then decided to buy her first asset, a small piece of real estate. She rented it out, and the rent she collected each month was more than the mortgage and maintenance costs. Jane was making a profit, and that profit was passive income. Jane didn't stop at one property. She continued to buy more real estate, and with each purchase, her wealth grew. She was no longer reliant on her 9-to-5 job for income. She had a steady stream of passive income coming from her assets. Jane had successfully escaped the middle-class trap. This story of Jane is not unique. Many people have achieved financial freedom by investing in assets. It's not about having a high income, it's about how you manage and invest that income. Buying assets is a powerful strategy to increase your wealth and, more importantly, to create a source of passive income. Remember, wealth is not about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep and how much that money can earn for you. So if you're looking to escape the middle-class trap, start thinking about how you can buy assets. Investing in assets is the key to building wealth and escaping the middle-class trap. So what have we learned from these 5 lessons? We have discovered that the middle-class trap is not an inevitable fate, but a result of prioritizing the wrong things. Firstly, paying yourself first is the golden rule of personal finance. It means setting aside a portion of your income for your future before spending on anything else. Secondly, put it on automatic emphasizes the importance of automating your savings and investments to ensure consistency. The third lesson, the latte factor, is a brilliant metaphor for the small unnecessary expenses that drain our wealth over time. Our fourth takeaway fund, your dream account, encourages us to set up a separate account specifically for our dreams and aspirations. Lastly, we learned about buying assets. This teaches us to invest in things that generate income rather than items that depreciate over time. In essence, the combination of these lessons can lead to financial freedom. Implementing these lessons into your life can be your ticket out of the middle-class trap and onto the path of financial freedom. Remember that there is a lot of power in assets. Hope that by following these points, you will also start saving.